This will be for the Khan assignment, key features of graphs. This is in the SAT math section. So it says, these are, as always, these are a little too wordy. Okay, so I usually try to skim the paragraph and look for the important information. Compared to the sales in 2007, U.S. DVD sales had declined by about 45% by which of the following years? All right, so we can see it's at its peak in 2007, and by when does it decline by 45%? All right, well, in 2007, it's almost at 16, okay? So I'm going to round off and say this is at 16. And when does it decline by 45%? Well, we're starting with 16, and we're subtracting 45% of 16. All right, so I'm just going to do that on the calculator, and I get 8.8. So I want to find a bar that's around 8.8 or maybe 9. All right, so here's 10, here's 8. So 8.8 would be about in between 10 and 8. And if I travel across, I think 2010 is the closest. If there's no answer for 2010, then I'll pick 2009. But let's see. I'm going to go with 2010. All right, so they have both of them. Let me see here. Let me make sure before I click on it. Okay, I think it's 2010, but let me try it calculating another way. Since this was 16, we rounded off. I think maybe this is closer to 15.5. So let me just try it one more time. I'm going to do 15.5 minus 45% of 15.5. On the calculator. Round it off, I get 8.5. Okay, so here's 10, here's 8. 9 would be in the middle, so 8.5 would be about a fourth of the way up. If I trace it across, again, I still get 2010. So I'm sticking with that answer, 2010. Okay, based on the figure, which of the following statements are true? In Asia Pacific, the box office increased by more than 30% from 2014 to 2018. Let's see. Asia Pacific is the one in the white. And did it go up by more than 30% from 14 to 18? Let's see. Here's Asia Pacific in 2014. Here's Asia Pacific in 2018. All right. So this is about 17. And this is about 13. And if we divide 17 by 13, I get 1.307. Okay, so this is the amount percentage that it increased by. So 0.307 in terms of percent, if you move the decimal over 2 places, that's going to be 30.7%. So they're asking the box office increased by more than 30%. I'm going to say yes, but just barely. They shouldn't have made the numbers that close. But I'm going to say yes for Roman numeral 1. Number 2, in each of the 3 regions, the box office increased from 2014 to 2018. Let's see. Well, no. In Latin America, labeled in black, you can see that it went up and then went down, went up, went down. So that's definitely not true. And also Europe is the one in gray that went down, down. Really, it's not true. The box office did not increase for all 3. Number 3, the combined box office of all 3 increased from 2014 to 2018. Well, let's see. If you combine these 3 and you combine these 3, I'm pretty sure these 3 are going to be more than the sum of these 3 bars. Just looking at it, you can tell. All right, so 3 is true and 1 is true. So I'm going to go with 1 and 3. All right, the bar graph shows the number of sites occupied by Falcons in Canada from 1990 to 2010. By approximately what percent did the number of occupied sites increase from 1990 to 2010? Let's see. So the number of occupied sites is on the y-axis. They want to know the percent increase from 1990 to 2010. All right, at 2010, we see the total is 600. And at 1990, when they started, the total is 300. So we can see already it went up by 100%. If you want me to prove it, we'll do 600 divided by 300. That's 2. Okay, but you subtract 1 or 100% from that to get the percentage increase. So 2 minus 1 is 1. And 1 is the same as 100%. It increased by 100%. Answer D. The graph shows a cumulative revenue R in thousands earned by snow sports in T months of the year. What is the best interpretation of the difference in the average rate of change between the first and second half of the year? All right, let's find the slope or average rate of change for the first half of the year. So we're going to go from 0 to 6. Since this represents 12 months, halfway would be 6. Okay, so this number here is at 1300. Okay, this is at 1300. And this number here is at 0. So over 6 months, it changed by 1300 minus 0. All right, 1300 minus 0 divided by 6. I get 216.67. Okay, that's the average rate of change for the first 6 months. All right, now for the next 6 months, let's see where the dot is at for 12. Okay, it's all the way up here, and this is at, let's see, this dot is at a little over 3,500. Okay, so it went from 1,300 to 3,500. And again, that's divided by 6 because we're covering 6 months. And I get 366.67. Okay, remember these are in thousands. All right, so if I subtract this from this, it is basically 150. Okay, but these are in thousands of dollars. So it went up by 150,000 more per month in the second half. All right, let's see their answers. The Snow Sports Company earned an average of $158,333 more per month in the second half than in the first. Well, my estimate was 150,000, so I think that's correct. The Snow Sports Company earned less per month in the second half? No. The Snow Sports Company earned $296 more per month? No. $296 less per month? No. Okay, the closest one is answer A, because I got 150,000. All right, last one. A doctor observes the graph above, which shows the electrical activity in volts of the heart of a patient over a period of time in seconds. Each local maximum of 0.004 volts corresponds to 1 heartbeat. What is the heart rate of this patient in heartbeats per minute? Okay, not as bad as it looks. All right, the x-axis is the time in seconds. All right, and every time there's a spike, that's a heartbeat. So this right here is x equals 0 or t equals 0. So that's when the timer starts. Okay, and if we count the heartbeats, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The heart beated 10 times in 7 seconds. All right, so we had 10 beats in 7 seconds. So 10 divided by 7. Actually, I'm just going to set up a ratio and proportion, okay? I don't have to do 10 divided by 7 just yet. We want to know beats per minute, okay? So we have how many beats in 7 seconds. We want to know how many beats are going to be in 60 seconds or 1 minute, okay? So the number of beats in 7 seconds is proportional to the number of beats in 60 seconds, all right? So we can just cross multiply. 10 times 60 equals 7 times x. Okay, divide both sides by 7. And it cancels here. I'll do this on the calculator. All right, on the calculator, I get approximately 85.7. So that is the number of beats per minute. All right, now they didn't say how far to round off. I automatically did it to 1 decimal. Let me see here. Okay, maximum of 4 characters, and that includes the decimal point. All right, so 85.7 would be 4 characters, 85.7. Okay, maximum for 4 characters. The decimal point counts as a character. Oh, hold on, let's see. All right, I don't like their answer, really. Okay, it says one place where it begins repeating itself is at t equals 2 seconds. So they say 1, 2, 3. They say it beated 3 times in exactly 2 seconds. All right, so I guess my answer wasn't exact enough because I counted 10 in 7 seconds, but this isn't exactly at 7. All right, so they said it's exactly 3 heartbeats in 2 seconds. So you multiply the 3 by 30 and they get 90.